It's a great day. My name is Che Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we are on a mission. And our mission is to inspire. Our mission is to empower. And our mission really is to provide you, that's right, you, the hardworking entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you will call to serve. On this episode, we have the one and only Brooke Auckerman. She's in the building, and she'll be sharing what it's like to be an author and what her books are doing, which will be really cool. What's going on, Brooke? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. It is an honor and a privilege to be on this side. Before we get started, even get into your background on who you are and so forth, tell us a little about the book, Be Kind. What was one of the reasons the book was written?
So I was bullied as a child. It started in kindergarten. It started first because of my skin color, because my mom is white, my dad is black. So for some of my peers, I wasn't dark enough for them. And then for some of them, I wasn't light enough. A lot of teachers really didn't help me in that case. They didn't really correct the behavior. So once I got into high school, the bullying got worse. And it was about me being autistic. People thought I was stupid because I'm on the autism spectrum. And I had one amazing teacher that actually told the kids that just because you have a learning disability, it doesn't mean you're stupid. Your brain is just wired differently. But at the end of the day, you come out to the same resolution.
That's incredible. And what was it like just starting to write the book? Was that something that was easy for you? Did you get some help to do it?
So it was actually pretty easy. I always wrote as a child. I would staple construction paper together, like I published a book. Once it came to actually getting the illustrations done, I had help from my publisher, Charlotte Hopkins. She helped find an artist. She gave me 3 different artists to look at their work, and I came across Asquith, and she actually took pieces of my book and drew an owl. And as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. So that's how she helped me there.
And what was the connection between you and this owl? Why was the owl so attractive to you? When you think of an owl, what do you think of?
So my great-grandmother, Loretta, was actually the inspiration of the name of my main character in the series. She was such an advocate for me when I was getting bullied, and when I was writing, she loved my writing style. Even something as little for school as an essay, she'd be like, "You're going to be a writer one day." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, Grandma," but she was right. So I took her love for owls and made my main character an owl and named her after my great grandma.
That is so cool, by the way. And the book today, don't give it all of it, give us the premise of the book and the character for the first book.
So for the first book, the story's told from the bully's perspective. So Loretta is actually the bully in the beginning, and she doesn't realize that. So they have a new student in the classroom. Her classmates don't really care for her. So in fear of being victimized, Loretta joins in on the bullying.
Wow. And how does it feel to be an author?
It feels amazing. I never thought it would happen. I was actually going to school for medical billing and coding, fun fact. But it wasn't really for me, and I always loved literature and writing, so I just used what I could.
What do you say to the parents out there, or the grandparents, or the nieces, or say uncles, or aunts, or someone out there that says, you know what, one of my mentees is being bullied, or a family member is being bullied? What would you recommend what action they should take?
I would definitely say talk to the school. And definitely if it's cyberbullying, because that's what I dealt with in high school. Definitely talk to your child, get them some therapy. The child may not think therapy will help. I actually thought that wasn't going to help me, but it was the best thing my parents and my teacher ever offered me was therapy.
Okay. Okay. And because you have an opportunity to talk about what's going on with someone else that's objective, is that what you enjoy most about it?
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But you didn't just stop there. You didn't start with the first book, would Be Kind. So congratulations, being an author is cool, yay! And some folks maybe write one book. You did
Right.
something a little bit different. You said, "Well, I want to write another book." Tell us about the
Yeah.
second book you've written and why that was written.
So the second book is Loretta Owl's Big Christmas Wish. It's an autism awareness book. I wrote it because I am on the autism spectrum and I have a little brother. He is nonverbal. So he kind of was my inspiration of writing this book. You meet a new character. Her name is Agnes Panda and she's nonverbal. And then she has an older brother named Andy Panda, who's kind of like her advocate and helps her in school to communicate with others.
And how'd you come up with the name for this character?
So my grandma had ovarian cancer. It was called reoccurring granulosa. So when she had her first operation, I went to a gift shop and she loved pandas just as much as she loved owls. So I got her this stuffed panda and she named him Andy.
Ah, that's kind of cool. And so now that you have that book written, and that book is to bring awareness of people. Tell us about the perspective of the book's written from, so folks that are sitting at home can kind of get an idea.
So it's written from Loretta's experience. So she meets Andy while she's Christmas shopping with her mom. And then as she gets closer to Andy and his family, he kind of educates her on how to be a good friend to Agnes, his sister who can't talk.
Love it, by the way. And if someone that's going through something like that right now, they may have a loved one that's going through something very similar. How could they help be involved, and what should they be able to do?
So there's actually a lot of services available. So if you go to a therapy center, they can work with your child on how to communicate. They use flashcards. There's also some apps that kind of like have a Siri voice that your child can communicate just through a tablet. So there's a lot of different resources out there.
Wow, you're just the big sister over there, huh? Doing some big things. Yeah. And do you like the entrepreneur side of being an author? Because sometimes that can be hard. And folks that are listening, I know we do it later in the show, but I want to do it early now. They're like, wow, I want to support these two books. I like what I'm hearing. Where can they go to purchase one or two of these books?
So right now they're available on Amazon for $12, but I do have a TikTok shop with merchandise on there as well. So there's keychains, tumblers, and we're working on t-shirts right now.
Whoa, you got to give us the TikTok address. Where do they go to? What should they punch in so they can make sure they can find it on TikTok or Amazon?
That would be on Amazon. It would just be my name, Brooke Auckerman. On TikTok, it would be Brooke Loves Books 23.
Of course, you love books. Do you enjoy reading as much as you enjoy writing?
Yes, I'm a really avid reader.
Okay, what's one of your favorite books that you enjoy? Is it fiction or nonfiction?
So one of my favorite fiction books would be The Fault in Our Stars. That's what got me to love reading in high school. One of my nonfiction favorites is the Barack Obama memoir.
Oh, wow. An avid reader, making good things, and you're an author, and you're an entrepreneur. Are there more books to come? I think you said this is going to be a 9-part series, or is it just a 2-part series? Can you let the audience know how many books should they be expecting as part of this series?
There's going to be 8 books, and in each book, your child's going to learn a different lesson.
Sounds like you got your task lined up for you.
Yes.
What have you started writing the third or fourth book yet?
I have started working on book 3, and then I'm also working on my very first young adult novel.
Okay. Congratulations. You're all in and having fun. For those folks that are watching right now and want to know, like, you know, what does success look like for you these days? What does success feel like? If you had to answer that question, what does success mean to you? What pops top of mind?
So success for me is making the world a better place. I feel like right now there's not a lot of kindness in the world, and that's kind of my message through my videos on TikTok and my writing. I want everyone to know that kindness is free. It's easy to be a jerk to somebody, but you never know what someone else is going through, and we definitely need to be more understanding of others.
And do you believe in journaling as well? And is writing in a journal or writing your thoughts down, has that helped?
Yes, that does help. I have a gratitude journal, so every day I write what I'm thankful for and grateful for. That's in my life right now.
Well, you can't leave us hanging. I mean, you don't tell us anything personal, but what's one of the things today or one, two things you're grateful for these days?
I'm grateful for the impact I've had on my community. A lot of kids enjoy my books, which I wasn't really expecting. And I also got to meet one of my favorite authors, so I'm very grateful for that.
Well, you can't leave us hanging. We want to know who one of your favorite authors is. It's not Shay Brown, ladies and gentlemen. It's not Shay Brown. I've never met her in person. But what's one of your favorite authors that you met, by the way?
So Nora Roberts, she read my books and my publisher sent them to her. She read them. And 2 weeks ago, I went to Maryland. She owns a bookstore called Turn the Page, and they are carrying my first 2 books of this series right now. So that was really amazing.
Yay! That's kind of cool. That's all right. Boy, I tell you, you're doing big things. You're up to a lot of amazing things. So have you had any mentors along the way that's helped mentor you while you're doing this? And if so, who?
My publisher, Charlotte Hopkins, has mentored me throughout the whole journey. And then my editor, Dahlia McEaron, she's really helped me, especially with the second book.
How did you meet your publisher?
So she was actually a family friend, and my mom showed her some of the things I was writing, and she owns a publishing company called Canon Books, and she said, I would really like to work with you. I see you really have a gift.
Wow. And here you are today, a 2-time published author with more on the way. I can't wait, by the way. As we come down the home stretch, tell the folks once again, how can they connect with you? What website can they go to again so they can support the book? Where should they go?
You could go to Amazon. They're $12. I'm also on TikTok at Brooke Loves Books 23. I have a TikTok shop. And then to follow the rest of my author journey, you could follow me on my website, authorbrookeauckerman.com/Canva.
You got a website and everything. You got a TikTok. She says, I'm legit. I'm here. Well, let me say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. I appreciate it. I know Josiah has connected us. You're doing some awesome work. You're making a difference in the world. We need the message. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you. Thank you to viewers. Thank you for tuning in, by the way, because without you, well, we don't have a show, by the way. So we appreciate you showing up. Thanks for inviting us in your home. Maybe we're on your tablet right now. Maybe we're on your smartphone. Maybe right now as you're listening, as you're watching right now, you're just listening to us on your AirPods. We appreciate you. And I never get tired of reminding you every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that no matter what's going on in your life, you're amazing. You're incredible. Today is your January 1st. And because of just that one reason, your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. We out of here. Peace. Thanks a lot, Brooks. Peace, everybody. We'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.